Click the link in the description for your free Amsoil catalog. Before we get started, I'd like to give a quick shout out to some of our friends. The Eastern Snowmobile Racing Hall of Fame. Search for them on Facebook. Central Minnesota Pond Racing. Search for them on Facebook. The historic Lancaster Motel for the ultimate Eastern trail riding adventure. Crane's Snowmobile Museum at 172 Main Street in Lancaster, New Hampshire. The Vintage Snowmobile Club of America Quarterly Magazine. The New Hampshire Snowmobile Museum at Bear Brook State Park in Allenstown, New Hampshire. And lastly, if you decide to advertise with the Vintage Snowmobile Podcast, this could be your advertising message. Well, good evening and welcome to the podcast. I'm really glad you're here. Now, as usual, we have a robust lineup of vintage snowmobile entertainment on tap for you tonight. But before we get into all of that, I want to make sure that everything is working properly. So if you can see my face and hear my voice, I'm going to ask you to leave a comment. Please let me know if you can see my face and hear my voice. And I just lost my train of thought. I apologize. And I'll tell you why. We've been working out with some technical issues behind the scenes with our guest right up to the last minute. We just got them resolved actually while the opening was rolling. So no pressure there, of course. But so I'm going to deviate from the script entirely and bring our friends on, and we're going to start talking, and we're going to wing this whole thing. But we've got some amazing stuff waiting for you. So we've got a real fun hour here in store. So let me bring our friends on, and we're going to have some fun tonight. Let me get the microphones all on. We've got Renee Behling with us, as well as her husband, Maurice. And I don't know if the screen is locking up. Can you see us and hear us okay, Renee? And it looks like your microphone is muted. Oh, boy. Well, Rob, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. And yourself, Mike?
Doing good. And if we can
get
get
our listeners been out riding yet?
Good question. Yes, if anyone has been riding, please leave comments as to the conditions where you are and if someone's been riding. Great question, Rob. And I think what Renee is doing is rebooting. And if we can get them on, we've got some amazing Polarises to look at. They've got an amazing Polaris collection from the 60s and 70s, and you're really going to like what you see. So while we're trying to do that, I guess, well, let's just chat for a minute here. Rob, tell me about your Christmas and New Year's and if you've been out on the snow at all.
Christmas was okay. Christmas are for kids. I like
Sure.
New Year's. New Year's is always more fun. We went out. My friends went out last week, and they could only go 12 miles up the trail and had to turn around and come back. Then they had to load up, go to another place, go 12 miles because the snow's only in sections. And there's so many places where the creeks are froze over and the groomer can't get across it. So it's not good running. Even though we had -4 or 5 all this week, the lakes are just starting to freeze up. But one of our over races got canceled this weekend because the lake's not safe enough to go out on it.
Wow. Yeah, we're finding that here too because we had a nice, almost a week of close to 0 degree Fahrenheit weather, froze the lakes up real nice, and then we had 4 or 5 days where it was in the 50s, and the ice was still there, but I sure wouldn't trust it. But then the last 4 or 5 days, it's been cold again, single digits, and
this is the first time in the years I can remember up in our capital, Ottawa. There's a river they go skating on, and it's open already.
Wow,
that's only for skating.
Wow. Well, let me, I've got a message coming in from our guests. All right, so apparently they can't get the signal in the shop for some reason. And the shop is where all of the sleds are. So if you want to just talk to these nice folks for a minute, I'm going to message them back, let them know we're going to reschedule the look at the Polarises, and you and I are going to wing it tonight. We've got plenty of stuff to look at. So, and I can't talk and type at the same time. So
do you want me to do my Amsoil commercial?
Yes, yeah, let's go right into Amsoil. Yeah, let's wing it. And,
okay. A lot of times I've presented you with a lot of different types of Amsoil products, mainly because this is a snowmobile show. We talked about a snowmobile oil. And we got background music too.
Yeah, they're calling me.
Interceptor oil is mainly for exhaust systems. Keeps it perfectly clean. Skidoo calls for 99% no ash, 92% no ash. Amsoil's 99. A lot of people at the old vintage snowmobiles, they like our racing oil because it's a stronger film strength. You mix it at 50-1, longer engine life, more protection, just makes the engine last longer, more horsepower, more performance. And everybody says to my buddies, you're running racing fuel in that. I said, no, because of the film strength of the oil, it burns cleaner and it smells like racing fuel burning off. Now, if you notice the sign behind me, it says, on the screen there, it's backwards. Run on Freedom. Amsoil's been promoting that for 2 years now. And it's also for the cars too. Anybody that goes and buys a vehicle and the manufacturer says, you have to run our oil. We had a Polaris dealership, Porsche dealership did that a little while ago. You have to run Porsche oil in it or you have no warranty. If they tell you that, they have to give you the oil free. That's illegal for them to do that. Bombardier does that a lot too. Oh, you got to buy a case of Bombardier oil when you get a new snowmobile or you get no warranty. You can run any oil you want as long as it meets their qualifications. Now, a lot of manufacturers don't make their own oil. Most of them don't. Bombardier, they put out bids. Who would give them an oil to meet this qualification? And the cheapest bid, that's who they buy from. They don't go by the best quality. So the thing for Amsoil, Freedom to Run, is your choice to pick what kind of oil you want. And if you got a 1 or 2 year old machine and you run Amsoil, manufacturer gives you a 1 year warranty. Amsoil is going to give you a 2nd year warranty on the engine for free. So that's why we are so confident in our product that it outperforms the other ones, that we're going to give you an extra warranty free. Bombardier didn't like that idea. They tried to stop us, but they can't because we have the right to warranty anything we want. We're warranting that our oil would not break down that engine. Now, Amsoil has a lot of promotions going on. Anybody that wants to save 25% can sign up as a preferred customer. Order the product directly from Amsoil. You order $75, $100, $75, and they ship right to your house free. If you're a catalog customer, don't want the discount, just want to buy a few bottles of oil, you can buy directly from Amsoil by using a number Mike will be putting up later. So anybody that orders in the next 2 weeks, $75, whether you're a preferred customer or just a catalog customer, Amsoil is giving you 3 of the Amsoil chamois rags. Now, if you're a retail count, if you order $700 worth, you get a free Amsoil clock. Now, there's also a commercial account. Construction companies, backhoes, logging people, all that. Amsoil's giving you the Amsoil Crescent Bib. Vest. So Amsoil has a lot of promotions going on. And if you want to know the best possible discount on how to buy the Amsoil product, whether you just want to be a preferred, you want to be a dealer, or if you have a shop or a commercial account, let Mike know on the email down below, because anything you buy through Mike's broadcast helps this broadcast. All the money going from your purchase from Amsoil goes to helping this broadcast continue going.
Definitely. And we thoroughly appreciate that too. There's a link in the description. If you use our link and our referral number, Rob and I both benefit, and that's how we pay the bills here at the podcast. Like you said, we really, really appreciate that. So thank you to those who have been doing it, and thank you to anyone who is thinking about doing it. We really appreciate that.
And if you click on that website, you can also get the free catalog. And we don't hide anything. We put right in the catalog what the retail price should be and what the preferred price should be. So you know how much you're going to save on a case of oil. And on an average case of oil, it's almost $50 you save. And they ship it right to your door free.
Yeah, excellent value. It's the best way to buy Amsoil for sure, is through the preferred customer program. And like I said, if you sign up under us, you're helping the podcast. It doesn't cost you anything more, but it sure helps us. It helps to keep this podcast going. And yeah, we thank you for that. So I've been texting while you were doing the Amsoil message. I've been texting with the Behlings, and they popped up there for a minute, and now they're gone. So I'm not sure exactly what we're doing. It looked like she was in the house. She started walking out to the garage, of course, where the sleds are, but she's getting further and further from the Wi-Fi signal. And I think that's what our problem is. So we may or may not reschedule. If we can get her back, we'll try it again. But even if we don't, we've got plenty of things to talk about. We've got over 25 comments waiting for us. And I also want to do some announcements. I'll give you an example. My good friend, Mark Bristol, just finished recently this restoration of a 73 Thunderjet 650, and get another angle of it here. Now, he brought it to the Washington, Vermont Vintage Snowmobile Rally over this past weekend, and he got first place for that sled. He also has some before images, which I don't have handy, which will show that we'll take a deeper dive on this on another podcast, but just wanted to congratulate him on coming in first place with that. Just really, really impressive. Really, really happy for him. Just a sharp looking sled. And I also wanted to do a shameless plug for his business because he's a great friend and he does powder coating. He's a snowmobile collector, snowmobile restorer, so he understands vintage snowmobiles. So if you have vintage snowmobile parts you'd like to have powder coated, he's your man. You can ship it to him and he'll ship it back to you when it's finished, and he'll have that conversation with you as far as all the different things to consider, the colors and anything there is to be discussed. He can have that conversation with you. His number's on the screen. He's just a hell of a guy, really good friend, really good collector, and I wanted to give him a shameless plug. And we'll take one more quick look at that Thunderjet.
And if he's online, can you ask him, can he powder coat aluminum frames?
Good question. Good question. I don't know anything about powder coating, but he certainly would be able to answer that. And in fact, let's get into the comments here and see if we can find. He said he might be viewing tonight. I'm not seeing any comments from him yet, but let's see. All right, yeah. Sorry,
that snowmobile almost looks like it's gold dip, Mike.
Yes, it's good. Yes, it's gold powder coating and the skis as well, the tunnel and the skis. Yeah, he just did an amazing job with that. But yeah, let's go into the comments here. See what we've got that's come in. Our good friend who's been on the podcast before, Armand Buteau from Pittsburgh, New Hampshire, is in the house. He said, thank you for the link. I sent him a link earlier because he's a good friend. He said it made it a lot easier for him to get in. BCJ Vids is here saying hello. Nice to see you. Our good friend Rich Shad is here saying good evening from Cleveland, New York, where they finally have some rideable snow. Congratulations. It's funny. We're in such a situation now in the snow belt where the snow is so inconsistent that we have to congratulate each other when we've got rideable snow. Oh, God. And also our good friend Midge Rosebrook, the founder of the Eastern Snowmobile Racing Hall of Fame, also a dear friend, and he and I do a podcast the third Sunday of every month about snowmobile history and so forth. He's a massive Polaris fan, and he cannot wait to see these Polarises tonight if we can get it all happening, which right now is questionable, but we're going to keep trying. And no matter what, we've got plenty of things to talk about and show you. John Spranger Jr., our good friend, good evening. He says, no snow from Wisconsin. Very sad to hear that. Yeah. And Dave Lowry is here from Alberta, coming through loud and clear, repeat listener. Appreciate that. Our good friend Jeff Wesner is here. He's going to be on here sometime in the near future with some things to show us. He says, ready for a great night of vintage at the track at Eagle River tomorrow. So he's on his way.
Send some pictures.
What's that?
Send some pictures from Eagle River.
Yes. In fact, he's saying he's going to try to get some video clips for us. And I've already got, in fact, let's see. I've got this thumb drive he sent me, and it's all Tripar, the Tripar reunion, the Mercury reunion. So we're going to be looking at that on a future episode of the podcast as well. Jim Holbrook is here from Thetford Center, Vermont, regular viewer, loud and clear. And I am disappointed. I missed a chance to meet him last week, and I had every intention of going to that Washington, Vermont show, and something came up and derailed the plans. I wasn't able to do it. So we'll have to meet another time. I apologize about that. There's a show coming up in Newport Center, Vermont, January 25th. And of course, the famous, I should say, Crane Show, one of the best shows in New England, is the first Saturday in February, Lancaster, New Hampshire, at the Crane Snowmobile Museum. Mike Whiteside is here. Howdy, everyone. Yeehaw. Good evening. Cool deal. Stacy and Art Fosler, our good friends, saying sounds good from Platte Kill, New York, regular viewers. Our good friend Brian Van Haverbeek is here, says, good evening, Mike and Rob. Looking forward to tonight's podcast. Nice to see you, as always. Mad Dog is here. Hello, all. Randy from Wisconsin, longtime watcher and vintage sled nut, reporting for duty. Cool deal. Good to have you here. Excellent. Our good friend Steve Dickinson is here. He's an amazing. He collects Arctic. He has an amazing collection of Arcticats, I think is what I'm trying to say. And it's nice to see him here. I'd like to get him on for some show and tell one night on the podcast. Jeffrey Patton is here. It's in loud and clear. Nice to see you. A good friend Benedim, Eric Benedetto, from the Benedim YouTube channel, which this podcast simulcasts out to. if that makes sense. Good evening from Camden, New York. We got 65 inches of snow over the weekend, plus additional snow throughout the week. And it's true. He sent me pictures of that, and
That's almost too much.
Yes, it is. Too much of a good thing. What was the old saying? I think Mae West used to say this. Sometimes too much of a good thing can be wonderful. Hopefully that's the case for them. Jeff Wesner says, please send snow to Wisconsin. Yes, they need that for the weekend. And he's also saying best trails right now are in Upper Michigan. Good to know. So, yeah, if people know of a place where there's good riding, please let us know so we can all kind of head up there. Dave Trim says, coming in loud and clear, regular viewer from Carthage, New York. Jeffrey Patton is here, riding in Potter County, Pennsylvania. Nice. So you've got rideable snow out there. That is wonderful. Our good friend Midnight Rider is here, northwest Minnesota, on his way to Eagle River. Glare ice on Highway 2 in Minnesota, 40 miles per hour. Going to be a long night. Wow. Well, good luck with that. Be safe, my friend. And he also sent me some things earlier today, which we're going to be talking about in a few minutes in the announcements. But yeah, definitely travel safe, my friend. Let's see. Mad Dog says, watch the qualifying today in Eagle River, and the ice looks really good. Good. That is good to hear. Bruce Swerka.
Sure. They added blue color to the ice.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's a bright blue, the ice this time.
Nice. I bet that looks good under the lights. And then Bruce Swerka is here saying, good evening, everyone, from Wallingford, Connecticut. He's been on the podcast before looking at his ski-doos. And he says the link is working well. Glad to hear it. Steve Woodward is here with a thumbs up. Nice to see you. Joe Zienert is here. He's saying, hi, guys. Nice to see you. Paul Burrill from Pittsburgh, New Hampshire. Nice to see you, Paul. Here we go. Ned is here. Just south of Albany, New York. No snow on the ground. Alpine is ready to go. The twin track and the single ski. Excellent. Our good friend Dirk Seams is here. 1/4 inch of snow here today, but that's about it. And is the lake frozen, Dirk? And is it rideable? Let's see. Glenn Ford is here. Good evening, Mike. 60 inches of snow a half an hour north of me. This is in upstate New York. Probably the same kind of snow that who was it was talking? Was it Reese Fleury? No, it was. Oh, I can't find it. But anyway, Paul Barilla is saying Pittsburgh, New Hampshire. Riding is good right now. Waiting on our permit from the state of New Hampshire for the vintage ride in Pittsburgh, which they'll be doing in March. That's our good friend Ray Lacasse is one of the organizers of that ride. And okay, just a few more comments here. Roger Rice is here. Have you loud and clear from Pitcher, New York? Nice to see you. Rich Shad is here. Camden, New York, where Benedim lives. That's right. It was Eric Benedetto. They received upwards of 65 inches of snow. So these guys are all in the same area there. Brett Esseltine says loud and clear, Bridgeport, New York. And Mike Whiteside says, I'll be in the Eagle River next weekend, Friday Night Thunder. Outstanding. And anyone who's going there, please take video clips if you can, or still images, anything that you can share with us. And if you're doing video, please hold the camera horizontal like this for a wide shot. And we'd love to share that with everyone. While we're on the topic of Eagle River, I was talking about Midnight Rider earlier. He gave me a great idea today. He's asking, are any of the Eastern viewers going to Eagle River this weekend? Which is an excellent question. So what I did is, if you get on the Vintage Snowmobile Lovers Facebook page, I did a post on there today asking that very question, who's going to Eagle River? And if you are, please leave a comment below so that people can network with each other and connect if they want to. So all they have to do is look under the posts, under the comments under that, see someone you know or someone you'd like to get together with, just reach out to them through that post. There's a way for people to network, a networking opportunity there. And again, that's on the Vintage Snowmobile Lovers Facebook page. Just scroll down. It's a big yellow banner. What else have we got here? We've got, what was this? Another announcement is coming soon. I don't have an exact date yet, but sometime in the next few weeks, we're going to have what I call a viewer picks and vids nights. Because a lot of viewers have been sharing images with me and videos with me, and I'm sitting on them waiting for the right moment, which hasn't come yet just because we've got so much going on. So I'm going to devote a night just to videos and images sent from viewers, and that's going to be a lot of fun. And the last announcement we've got is I was just speaking with these folks today, good friends of mine, the Tatros in Newport Center, Vermont. They're doing a vintage snowmobile show January 25th. The details are all here on the screen, as well as Robert's number if you want to reach out to them with any kind of questions right off the snowmobile trail. It's a great show, so you don't want to miss that. Before we get into more comments, Rob, any thoughts about any of this we've been talking about? Or
Vintage Snowmobile show you just had up there, $5. That's a good price.
yes, definitely for exhibitors, absolutely.
Yes.
And they've got food and coffee, cocoa, hamburgers, hot dogs, things like that, all donations. And please, if you go, please be generous with your donations, because it's a great cause, and it goes to support the club and helps to make these things possible. So please be generous if you go. But
whereabouts is that one located?
That is in Newport Center, Vermont. If you look at I-91, about 5 to 6 miles just south of the Canadian border, off I-91, you would take the Newport, Vermont exit, and Newport Center is just a few miles out of town. Oh, yeah. On Route 100, you're looking for Tatro Road.
So that would be the route you would take if you're going to come out and visit me at Valcourt, Quebec.
Yes, 91 to the border, then 55, and then probably I-10 west or something.
Yep.
No. I keep going north. I don't, because I-10 would take me west to Montreal. Or is it the 20? It's been so long. I don't know. But yeah, does 55 go north up to Valcourt? I haven't looked at a map in so long.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. But any other thoughts or comments, Rob, before we look at some more comments that have come in?
I think with the weather, it looks like we're going to have snow every day next week. So with the grounds being so finally getting frozen, I was talking to the guy on the groomer 2 weeks ago, and he said he was turning up sod grooming down the trail because there was no frost in the ground. So they had to stop grooming. Yeah. So now that we've had cold weather for about 5 days, a little bit of snow, he'd be able to get out there and groom again.
Good. Yeah, because we've got a nice base right now. We don't have a lot of snow, maybe 6 inches, but we've got a nice base. And I've got some good news for you. Take a look at this. And I'm going to rearrange the screen here so that, whoops, that's not what I had in mind. I'm going to try to put these guys full screen here.
Good, clear picture, Mike.
Yeah, I think we're getting somewhere. Let me remove this. Maybe that's my problem. There we go. No, that's... Don't do anything, Renee. I'm going to try to fix this so we can get a good view of everything. Yes, all right, now we're getting somewhere. This is what the shot I was after. And...
Is that all trophies?
Yeah. So, Renee, can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Wonderful. Well, good. This is what we were hoping to do, and I'm glad that that it's happening.
I'm sorry we're having technical difficulties here.
No worries. It happens. It happens. So we're looking at the collection of you and your husband, Maurice. Do you want to talk up what we're looking at, or?
Let him. He's just unwinding here. Thought we were never going to get in this, and I keep trying. So we're going to back the truck out real quick, and we'll be right back with you.
Absolutely. While you're doing that, we'll take a few comments. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Do you want to tell us the history about them, Mike? Did they race themselves?
Yeah, I don't know a lot of them. I'm sure some of them have raced. Some of them have or trophies from shows. I'm going to give them a chance to. I'm going to give them a chance to talk it up. I'm going to mute their mic. They're going to bat the truck out of the garage, and they're going to come talk to us. But while they're doing that, let's take a few more comments just to kind of buy some time here. Dirk Seams is here. He says the ice on the lake is good. He was ice boating yesterday, which is cool. Not too good for snowmobiling, but there's an ice race on the lake this weekend. Very cool. Paul Burrill says the vintage ride is through our shop in Granite State Power Equipment. Oh, yes, in Pittsburgh, New Hampshire. Yes, Granite State Power Equipment. Nice. Paul Burrill says, the date will be the 15th of March. Okay, so we're getting details on this Pittsburgh, New Hampshire ride that's coming up in March. And here we go. Ottertail, there's a big event in Ottertail, and if you go to this link, this is Ottertail, Minnesota. This will give you the details on that. Here we go. Gringo Pines says, cheers from Cabanas, Las Penas, Red Chivo, Creel, Chihuahua, Mexico.
There can't be snow there.
No, I hope not, for their sake. If they do, there's something wrong, right? But it's nice to have someone from Mexico here. And cool. We'll take just a few more comments here, and then we'll get to talking with Maurice and Renee. Stacy and Art Fosler say they went to the first annual Maddie B. Wicked Memorial Vintage Snowmobile Show this past December. The cause was for that was a show that it was fantastic. Got to meet Ben Thomas and Eric Benedetto. Took first place with my 71 Polaris TX. Highly recommended. If anyone can make the show next year, worth going to. Outstanding. And I do have pictures of that you sent me. I don't have them handy to put on the screen, but I do have the pictures that you sent me of that. Ivan Mayo says, awesome collection of Starfires. Cool. And we're going to be learning about those here in just a moment. Mike Whiteside says, what a man cave sweet. Absolutely. Stacy and Art Fosler says, it was for suicide prevention. The Maddie Bewick event. Absolutely. And then I don't know what happened with our signal. We just lost our signal of those Polaris.
They could have been running their signal off the truck. Oh,
here we go. Oh, that's possible. Let me turn the microphone on. And yes, good evening, my friends. How are we doing?
Good.
And this is Maurice. How are we doing, Maurice?
Good. Sorry about the mix up here.
No worries. I think the wait will be worth it.
Anyway, I'm Maurice Behling, along with my wife. We own Pro Vintage Motorsports in Menominee, Wisconsin. What Pro Vintage Motorsports is that we fix snowmobiles and we rebuild crankshafts, do boring and honing. We specialize in motor rebuilding. We want to thank you, Mike, for bearing with us and getting the show on, and welcome everybody that is watching. A little mixed up here what we were trying to get done, but a little background about me is we raced snowmobiles from 73 to 81 on the oval track. 82 to 1990, we got on a drag racing circuit, dabbed in the NSSR speed runs for a little bit. But I guess what we kind of like to do is just give you a little tour of the shop so everybody can see everything we got here, the sleds and everything, before we continue going on.
Absolutely. Because I know we've got a lot of Polaris lovers here tonight that cannot wait to see what you've got to show us. Yeah, you've got some beautiful sleds there.
I think I'm goofing up here.
Well, that's all right. Are we losing signal at all? No, it looks like we still have a good signal.
Yeah, but I don't have a good picture on my phone, so.
Okay.
it looks good from here.
Yeah, it looks good from here.
Well, that's
Can you tell
good.
us what models they are?
Maurice, you need to get over here. I'm going to have them start right down here somewhere. Okay.
Sure, yeah. Go right down the line and talk them up. Absolutely.
Start right here.
Well, we can start right here. This is a 72 original 295 Starfire. It's like an 8 out of a 10, and she runs beautifully. I've got, out of the 15 Starfires, there's 5 originals and 10 restored. And this is just a good original sled. Then next year we got a 72 340 Starfire. This sled is won its class at the 16th annual VSCA National Show. It's got a total show ratings of 14 first, 6 seconds, a third, 2 best restoreds, and a President's Award. I'll show you under the hood of this one, the 72s that are restored. What we did is we glass beaded everything and put a clear coat on it, so it looks show quality.
That's amazing.
And the next one is 72 400 Winnipeg I-5 100 Winnipeg sled from St. Paul, Minneapolis. All in original condition. This sled is, I'm like the fourth owner of it. I bought it out in Oregon. It's got 7 firsts, 5 seconds, 3 thirds, and a couple of people's choice. The guy that had it before me found out it was a Canadian that drove it in the race, but he did find out, how he did with it. But it's a good, solid, original sled. Then we move on here. We got a 72 440. It's totally restored. This sled has got 4 firsts, 2 seconds, 1 best restored, 2 people's choice, and a best of show. We've showed all the sleds, and some just got showed more than others, and but they've all been showed. Then we move on here. We got a 72 650 Starfire, all original, runs like a charm. It's got 1 second place so far, showing it. It's a good, solid sled, like an 8-9 out of a 10. Then we move on here. We got the 72 795, totally restored. It's got 3 second place so far, taking it out. Nice, sweet sled, runs beautifully. Then we move in. We got a 73 295 Starfire. This has got 4 firsts, 3 seconds, and 1 people's choice. We'll show you under the hood. All the 73s that are restored look like this under the hood. What we did here is did the vapor blasting on the 73s and put a clear coat on them. Makes them good show quality sled. Then we move on. We got the 73 340 Starfire. This has got 1 second and 1 third place so far. Totally restored. Got all titanium cleats on the track. The new track on it. A little more lightweight there. Then we move on to the 73 440 Starfire. This sled's been an awesome showpiece. This sled is completely dry, and that's how we'll sell it. And the other 440 and the 340 72s are dry. But this sled's got 23 firsts, 9 seconds, 6 thirds, best restored, 4 people's choice, and 2 best of show.
Wow.
Here, Renee won down in Clear Lake, Iowa. It's best of show, and she got $400 with that down there that year. Probably back in 2017, I believe.
That's amazing.
Then we'll move over here. We'll go with 73 650, which is an all original sled. And this thing sat on a shelf for 35 years, took her down 3-4 years ago. We got her running. She's like a 9 out of a 10. There's no cracked spider webs in the hood and the pan on her. The seat is still immaculate and perfect on it. It's just an awesome, good running sled.
Wow.
We'll move on here to the 73 800. If anybody knows anything about these 800s? Polaris made 100 kits. Cylinders, pistons, heads, and exhaust. Basically, it's the 650 sled with the 800 kit put on it. 100 of them made. When I registered this one 2 years ago, this is only the third absolutely complete, exact 800 around. There's a lot of 800 clones out there, different seats and holes and hoods and different things. You got to be careful when you're looking to buy one. This thing is exact of it. It's got, we want a big show. with it down at the West Bend Wide Open Wisconsin show. It was our first show we showed it. And it's got 6 firsts, 4 seconds, 2/3 of People's Choice. And we got second at the Duluth National Show in August with it, out of a big class of sleds. Then we move on here, we got a 76 250 Starfighter. 14 first, 6 seconds, 1/3. And this sled placed third at the national show. And he's a good running sled, good fast sled. But both of these 76s, this is what they look like under the hood. Everything is show quality we have here.
Yeah.
Restoration jobs. Then we go into the 76 340 Starfighter, which has 5 firsts, 4 seconds, and a 1/3. This sled got 3rd in its class at the Duluth National Show in August. This thing is a very quick sled. It's set up, the way it's clutched and stuff is set up is very quick and fast. Then we'll go back over here and catch this one. This here is a 74 PDC. I've always wanted to build one. I built this about 4 years ago. It's got a 75 440 twin Snow Pro motor in it, AN pipes, 38 carbs. A very nice sled, come together good with the restoration. This sled is got 4 firsts, a second, a 1/3, and a best of show.
Wow. Really impressive.
Down here, 73.
Oh, I'm worried we're getting locked up here. I think they might be getting further and further from the Wi-Fi signal.
Yeah.
Can you hear us, Maurice? I think it's freezing up. Just when we're getting to the good part, too.
That's quite a collection. Holy smokes.
Yeah, you're not kidding. And I think this one right in front of him is that offset one we were looking at that footage last month. Remember that footage at the Wisconsin show where they had that offset Polaris?
Nope.
This was that Polaris. And of course, just as we get to this, probably the most interesting sled there, the things freeze up on us. But what I'll do is I'll give it another minute, see if it unfreezes, and if it doesn't, we've got a flood of comments that have come in. I also hope that Midge Rosebrook is still watching because he's got a PDC clone very similar to that PDC that we were just looking at. Looks very similar to that. It was created from a TX, like a 76 or a 7440 TX.
He probably doesn't know he's froze up because they said their picture wasn't very good on their phone.
True, yes. And it looks like we may be getting a reset here. Let's see.
Oh, that'd be better.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll come back strong here and we'll ask him to start over with that offset one. Murphy's Law, just when you're getting to the good part, it freezes up on you. But while we're waiting for that to unfreeze, let's take a look at a couple of okay, here we go. Mike Whiteside says back in the day, Snowgoer magazine had the shootout. I remember that. Yeah. And then Jeff Wesner says, nice shop. Wish mine was that clean. Yeah, don't we all, right? And hopefully the Baylors are reconnecting here. So hopefully we'll get them back here in just a moment. Roger Rice says, Rich Shad, stop drooling. It's true, because Rich Shad is a big Polaris guy. So I'm sure he's drooling all over himself, as are we all. Let's see. Darren Bradley says, wow, what a nice collection. Thank you for sharing that. For sure. Bruce Swerka says, wow, very nice Polaris free air. And he said, John Springer Jr. says he saw the bending sled collection in St. Germain at the sled roundup. They really look awesome. when you're next to them. And I think it was John Spranger's footage that we were looking at where we saw that offset. So that offset Polaris, if I remember correctly, which, at this age I don't remember as well as I used to, which is a whole other problem. But Brian Van Haverbeek says definitely an awesome collection. I know Brian does the vintage kitty cats. Steve Woodward says very impressive collection of Polaris. Carolyn Erickson Eastman, Bob Eastman's wife, says beautiful collection. It's really nice to have you here, Carolyn. This is really nice. And and also back to the Eastmans, the third Sunday of March, we're going to be doing something with the Eastman family, looking at images, video clips, and artifacts, things like that, of the legendary Polaris racer Bob Eastman. So we've got that to look forward to. In fact, let me see if I can get an exact date. It's the third Sunday of March, and if my calendar will come up, and it's not, here it is. That's going to be March 16th. We're going to be doing that. The tribute to Bob Eastman, and looking at, we're going to be visiting with the Eastman family, looking at a lot of images, photos, video clips from Bob Eastman's life and racing history. Reese Fleury says, very nice collection. Joe Zienert says, I've seen this collection many times, very impressive in person. Yeah, I would love to see that in person. Also, needs to be mentioned that many of these sleds are for sale, and we did not have a chance to ask Maurice about that. But if any of those caught your eye, I'm going to pop the number on the screen. If you see his phone number there, that is the number to call if you're curious about buying any of those sleds. I don't know if they're all for sale or just some of them for sale, but that is the number to call, 715-579-8869, if you're curious about possibly purchasing any of those sleds. Thoughts, Rob, as to what we've been looking at? Or
that's a nice collection.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
Everything's immaculate condition. Like everything's showroom price. Yeah, he put a lot of time and effort in all those machines.
Yes, for sure. And you're right. When he popped those hoods, underneath was just immaculate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very impressive. So I'm going to...
Whereabouts is he located?
He's out in Wisconsin. I don't remember where. Here we go. I'm looking to see if they've texted me on kind of where we are with this. Hopefully they're going to try to reconnect with us. I guess once they get into the shop, the signal gets weaker. See what else we've got. Yeah, so...
Then when they pull the truck out, close the door, the signal will get weaker.
Yeah. And actually, Rob, if you want to just chat for a few minutes, I'm going to text him and find out whether or not they're going to come back on.
Sure. Hi, everybody. Where's people's favorite place to go snowmobiling? We have a place in Ontario called the Halliburton Forestry. The guy has 3,300 hectares. I don't know how many acres or mile that is, but you can't see the whole thing in one day. He has a wolf sanctuary there. They have walk above the clouds, ropes up in the trees where you can walk. There's cross-country ski and snowshoe, cabins there to rent. They even got snowmobiles there to rent if you don't bring your own. But we usually go there at the beginning of the year because they have their own snowmaking machine, and they take it down the main trail and make their own snow and pack down the main trail. Now, off the main trail, there's 65 other trails you can take. So if you went there for a weekend, you wouldn't even see a quarter of the property available. And they have buildings like it's a log cabin, like where if you come up with 28 guys, you can all stay in the one building. What a neat place to go snowmobiling. But it's expensive. It's $65 per person. If you're riding double, you got to pay twice. Don't make sense to me, but yeah. But when there's no other trails open, it's a place to go, and it's worthwhile paying the money. Yeah. Anybody else got some neat places they like to go?
Yeah, for sure. Please leave your spots with us and some of your favorite spots. I know Old Forge, New York is very popular, as is Pittsburgh, New Hampshire.
Yeah. And we have a really neat 4-day trail that goes around a provincial park we have in Canada. The Rim, it's called. And it takes you from Halliburton to Ottawa, up the North Bay, and back down. Because you can't snowmobile through the provincial park, so it takes you all around it. There's a couple of places in there where there's a power dam. And if you go later in the year, the water keeps getting lower and lower and lower. And you're driving, you can go drive your snowmobile right down on top of the ice. And there's ice on the walls all the way up that's 30 feet high. It's pretty cool.
Wow.
I see feet.
Here we go.
Hey,
Now
we're
we're
trying this one more time.
cool.
I came back into the house just to get closer to my Wi-Fi, and now I'm going to try to head back out there. If we lose it, we lose it. We're done.
Sure. And whatever we didn't get a look at tonight, we'll do another time.
I
'Cause
certainly hope so.
Absolutely,
My
because we're
My
dying to look at
husband
that
says he
offset
wants
sled.
to get Wi-Fi out in the shop now.
Sure. Because we're dying to look at that offset sled. And it
Well,
froze up just as we was getting to that.
yeah, and that's more at the end of the shed.
Sure,
So
furthest from the signal.
So I'm going to try to stay a little way back from it this time.
Sure.
Guess
And try
Wisconsin
to
really
bring it
doesn't
close.
have no snow, do they?
Hey, it just started to snow here a little bit ago.
You
Yeah,
guys got your own fire hydrant?
that's a pretend one.
That's for the
Nice.
dogs.
For the dogs?
See, it's a little Packer one.
Nice. That's cool.
All right, let's see if this.
Yeah, we might be losing it. Yeah, I think we're losing the signal, unfortunately. But I think what we'll do for another episode is ask them if they can make a video off the cell phone and send it to me. That way, we'll have the absolute best quality and have him talk up that offset sled and the others that we haven't seen.
Yeah. That way they can come on live.
Yes. Yeah. So it looks like we lost them. That's a bummer. But it was good while it lasted, for sure.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Yes. And we have answers here. We have questions and answers. We've got our good friend Josh Leviker here saying good evening. Nice to see you. He's promised to send me some images and some video clips for a future episode. Mike Whiteside has a question for Rob. He wants to know, what's the oldest sled you've ever taken out riding?
1969 10-horse Skidoo.
Yeah.
That was my parents' first snowmobile.
Nice.
Yeah. And the 12-horse Skidoo, I still remember it because it had 28 screws to take the hood off. And every weekend, my dad made me take the hood off to grease it. And every time I put the hood back on, there was one less screw. Because my dad's arm wasn't small enough to reach up all the way up there to get the screw.
Get all the way. Yeah.
Every Saturday morning.
Yeah, you need NBA basketball player arms to reach all the way in there to get that last one.
Yeah, and I still got my mom's original first new machine she bought, a 79 Jag.
Yeah.
And we still have it at the cabin for all the kids to play with. You can't kill it.
That's cool.
3 people can fit on that machine.
Wow. It's true. They used to have longer seats back in the day, didn't they?
Yes.
That's cool. Now, talking about favorite places, Reese Fleury says my favorite place is Tupper Lake. I've heard that's good. And let's see, Josh Leverker says Tug Hill, Lewis County, New York, has 506 miles of group trails. That sounds like a good destination.
Yeah.
I've never been there, but I've heard wonderful things about it.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Rob. Were you going to comment on that?
I just did a snowmobile show before Christmas up in Toronto, and one of the big display booths there was New Brunswick.
Oh,
New
yeah.
Brunswick gets more snow than anywhere in Canada, and they have no speed limits.
Wow. There you go.
In Canada, in Ontario, it's 50 kilometers an hour on the trail.
Yeah.
Yeah. But New Brunswick, there's no speed limits. And
Bring it-
it's not just flat land. It's up and down over a mountain. It's really nice.
That's cool. So bring your turbo sled. You can open it up.
Yes.
Nice. Rich Shad says, beautiful sleds for sure. Had a couple of mine out in the snow today, loaded in the trailer for a show on Saturday. Very cool. Yeah, and if you're able to get any images, Rich, of that show, images or video clips, we'd love to see that. Let's see. Dirk Seams wants to know if she can connect via her cell phone service. And yeah, I don't know. At this point, of course, we're 50 minutes in too, so we're just about to wind it down. But we won't leave you hanging, at least not for very long. At least we're going to try to get them to do some video with their cell phone and send it to us, and have them on another time. We can get a close look at that offset and the rest of those sleds. Let's see. Ivan Mayo says Cochrane, Ontario is a great place to ride snowmobile. Yeah.
We go up there for a vintage snowmobile race, and they treat us like gold when we show up to town. And they have a polar bear sanctuary there. So any polar bear has been hit with a car or hurt or something, they have a place they take it, and it's 10 minutes from our track.
Wow.
They're quite interesting animals to look at through a glass wall.
Yeah.
But their favorite food is human meat, so you don't want to get closer.
No petting, right?
No.
Don't stick your fingers in the cage. So Bruce Swerka says, Mike, a nice show tonight. I was in Washington, Vermont too. Great time. Cool deal. Yeah, I'm sorry I missed that. It sounds like a great show. That Washington show just gets better and better every single year. Yeah, it's a great show. One of the better shows in Vermont for sure. And I am kicking myself that I missed it. And I was kicking myself last year too because I went all that way to get video and I left my cell phone on the table at the house. But I had a good time anyway. My brother was there. He got some video footage and some images, and I had a chance to visit with a lot of people. And in some ways, it was actually good because I was, instead of being so busy doing video, I had a chance to visit with people and just get up close and personal myself with the sleds and look at things. And so it was nice. Yeah. And Armin Buto says, amazing number and quality of the collection of the Polaris Starfires. Benedim says Carterville Manor is the best place to ride vintage. Oh, that's where he is. Yes, they've got a little compound there where they do all their riding, and they've got the barn with the sleds. And yeah, it'd be worth a road trip out there sometime to meet them. Mike Whiteside said West Yellowstone was the bomb. 5 days of deep snow in 2007. That is cool. Now, when you get out west to those places, are they all about the deep snow stuff with the long tracks and all that, or can you do traditional Eastern trail riding? Do they frown upon that out there, or can you do both depending on your inclination? Does anyone know about that? Because when I was in my 20s, I might have liked that deep snow stuff and all the acrobatic stuff they do, but I'm 60 now, and that's not happening.
Amsoil's hooked up with a place out in Alberta that does deep snow, and they buy them a snowmobile every year, and all their machines are rentals. So the first one that gets rented out every day is the Amsoil one, and it gets the most mileage on it. And then Amsoil tears apart at the end of the year to see it. But they got a picture of their cabin, and in the summertime, their cabin is on 12-foot stilts. And when you go in the wintertime, you got to shovel the snow away from the door to get in. That's how much snow they got.
Wow.
And I talked to the guys that run the place, and he said, if you're not in good shape, don't come out here.
No doubt, yeah.
You got to be in good shape to be able to handle these things for 5 days playing around in deep snow.
Yeah, manhandling those sleds. And yeah.
But down below, they do have regular trail riding. But up at the cabin where the deep snow is, it's 12 to 20 feet of snow deep.
That's wild. But for those long track riders, that's paradise.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's paradise for sure. Now, Stacy and Art Fosler say they always like Speculator New York, a little slower pace. Nice. Oh, and Jim Holbrook says Prince Edward Island has some great snowmobiling. Nice to know. And Mike Whiteside says, I had a 120-inch track, no problem, 2003 MXZ 800. Nice. And Jeff Wesner answers our question. You can ride both out west. So if you're an Eastern Trail rider and you just want to do more of the same out west, that is an option for you. That is good to know. And I would imagine if you're doing accommodations or rentals, you want to ask them about that if that's your intention, I would imagine, just so there's no surprises. But cool. Yeah. Any other thoughts, Rob? Or?
No, that was interesting seeing all those Polarises.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that was great to have them on. And I'm going to pop on the screen that graphic that has his phone number on it, because as we mentioned, some of those are for sale. So if you're curious about any of those, the number to call is 715-579-8869. Just give him a call, find out which of those are for sale and any of the details like that. And yeah, so I'm trying to find a quick video clip just to kind of fill out the top of the hour. I'm going to looking back a few seasons here to see if I've got something. Here we go. Since we're on a Polaris night, I'm going to close out the program here the last few minutes with a really cool Polaris video. This is, I believe, from Goffstown, New Hampshire. I'm going to say 2018. It'll probably say as the video rolls, but that's what I think this is from. Let's take a look.
My name is Fred Albert. I bought this sled brand new. I raced it for 3 years. And after I got done racing it, I put it away for 27 years. And I finally took it out of the barn and decided to restore it. And this is how it is today, right now.
Beautiful. So these trophies here, are these trophies that you won
Yeah, trophies we won. These
from racing it?
No, these are all show trophies. I got trophies.
Show
at
trophies,
home
okay,
from
yeah.
racing it, but most of it stuff racing this. Most of the places were paying, cash. They
Gotcha.
give you cash.
Okay.
Instead of a trophy. If
Sure.
you ran local races, you would get a trophy. I ran some local races with, not that many.
Sure. And then you've got
These are all trophies from the shows that I've been in.
shows you've been in. Nice. Where are you based out of?
Westminster, Mass.
Oh yeah, good. Good. Okay, if I get some shots of this. When I was a teenager, my father bought a '76 TX 250. It wasn't the Starfire. It was
a TX,
It was a consumer model, but I don't think he knew what he was putting in the hands of a 16-year-old when he let me ride it. That thing was fast.
I've had Polaris all my life.
Oh, nice. Fred, Albert, and Peter Gallant.
Pete, that's my son-in-law, Pete. He's
Yes,
gonna help me restore it, and this was a picture of me
Oh,
racing.
for an actual race. Whoa.
That's an actual race right there.
Wow. Very nice.
I
then
want
you
to
get-
have it leaded again, back to the original.
Oh, yes,
My
yeah,
daughter
the race
says,
lettering.
I don't know if you want to or what, but
Yeah.
I think it would just go more.
Like it came out of the crate. Nice. Well, good. Well, thank you, Fred. I appreciate it. Yeah, Fred Albert. And a few years later, I don't remember the exact year, but I remember reading in the VSCA magazine that he took, I don't know if it was Best of Show or People's Choice at one of the national shows. I don't know if it was 2020 or 2021. I'm not sure exactly, but it was in this magazine. We're going to give our friend Mike Mahar a shameless plug because that's where I read it. And that's the reference for this hobby if you want to look at a really nice magazine. But yeah, any thoughts or comments, Rob?
No, I remember that video of that machine. Yep.
Yeah, nice sled. And that Peter Gallant is his son-in-law. And let's see if I can find him. That's him right there in the middle of the screen standing there. So the two of them restored that sled.
How do people pull the machines out of a barn and rebuild them? Because I went and got mine out of a barn that's been there I don't know how many years. And the mice chewed almost everything.
Oh, no.
They made a home in the crankcase.
Oh.
Yeah.
No respect, huh?
Yeah.
Those mice have no respect.
Guess I didn't store it proper.
Sure. Yeah, I've got a boat that happened to, which is a whole other story, but a tarp and everything. And I think it was probably the thing mice got in there, but something bigger got in there. I don't know if it was a raccoon or a skunk, but pulled up all the carpet and chewed up the seats and just made a huge mess in there.
They'll eat anything.
Yeah, and I had just laid down brand new carpet and put new seats in it too. So I was not a happy camper when I discovered that. The colorful language was coming out of my mouth that day.
Yeah.
But well, cool. We've got a few more comments here, and then we're going to wind it down. Mike Whiteside says, "Great show, guys. Thank you. Welcome back to live." Yes, we did take a few weeks off for the holidays. It's nice to be off, but it's really nice to be back. Nice to see everybody. Jeff Wesner says, "Big show next week. Arvida, Wisconsin Cruiser Fest." Yeah, cool deal. Dirk Seams says, "I'm going to be live on Facebook at this upcoming event, Pequot Lakes, the 31st annual Antique Snowmobile Rendezvous returns to Pequot Lakes. Do they do it French Pequot or Pequot Lakes? Thursday, January 16th through 7th through 18th. That's next weekend. We cannot wait to see that footage, Dirk. If you could share that with us.
Where's that lake located?
Wisconsin, I believe. Pequot Lakes. I think Minnesota or Wisconsin. If you could clarify that, Dirk, with a little more detail about that, because that sounds really interesting.
Starting Thursday.
Yeah. So I'm sure if anybody Googles that, Pequot Lakes and Antique Snowmobile Rendezvous, I'm sure that's going to come up. Here we go. Dirk says Minnesota. So Pequot Lakes, Minnesota. Cool deal. And then Mike Wary says Mario photobombing. That might have been on the Polaris video. John Spranger Jr. says, just put on 113 miles snowmobiling during Christmas in Grand Lake, Colorado. Rocky Mountain Park. Don't want to miss a quarter mile drop. So you're right on the edge of cliffs, it sounds like. That's amazing. I'm glad you had a good time with that, John. I'm really happy for you. That's cool. That is cool. Well, cool. Well, Rob, any final thoughts before we wind her down? Or
Well, hope the snow piles up this week. I'm hoping to get out maybe Sunday for a ride.
yeah, good luck with that. I hope you're able to get some rides. And likewise to all our viewers and all our friends, I hope you're able to get some riding in. If not soon, if not this weekend, at least sometime this winter. Hopefully you get a little snow. And yeah, with that, yeah, thank you to our viewers. Thank you to our guests. And we apologize for the technical issues with the connection, but I'm glad we were able to get a good look at least some of those sleds. And we're going to get a good look at the rest of them another time. But thank you, everyone, for viewing. And last word, as always, goes to Amsoil.
See you next week, Mike.
Have a good one. Take care, my friend. Hello, everyone. This is Rob and Mike. How you doing today, Rob?
I'm doing good. Mike, yourself?
Very well. Thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate it. Now, today, we're going to be talking about Amsoil. And in a few moments, we're going to show you how you can get the deepest discounts, free shipping, and free gifts when you order your Amsoil products through us. But first, I'm going to ask Rob to give you a quick description of what Amsoil is and why you should consider using Amsoil products in your motorized vehicles.
Thanks, Mike. Amsoil is 100% synthetic oil. Everybody uses Amsoil for a different reason. Some people like the benefits that Amsoil is warranted for 25,000 miles or 1 year. The reason we can do that is because Amsoil doesn't oxidize. It doesn't form the usual carbons, gums, sludges like petroleum oils do. That's why we can keep it in the engines longer. Petroleum oils never do wear out. They oxidize themselves. That's why they have to be changed at 3,000 kilometers. And Amsoil likes the benefit that you only have to change the oil once a year. That saves some money. Some of the people like the benefit of Amsoil is it's a slipperier type lube. By having a slipperier type lube, it cuts down friction and drag. By less friction and drag, engines run 20 to 50 degrees cooler, better gas mileage. Now, Amsoil says 25% more protection than the industry requires is in the Amsoil bottles. My average customer gets about 10% increase in gas mileage. That's a big savings.
Yeah.
And by cutting down friction and drag, for every 10 degrees you cut down the friction and drag, doubles the life of the engine. So by having the engine run cooler, it makes it last longer. Some people like the benefit of the range of the Amsoil. Amsoil's flash point is 425 degrees, and it pours at 50 below zero. Wow. If you ever tried petroleum oil when it's 10 below, it turns to honey. And in the summertime, petroleum oil thins out, and once it thins out, that's when it starts breaking down. So Amsoil's an all-season oil, can give you better gas mileage, longer engine life, less maintenance. It ends up being cheaper over a year's time running Amsoil than it is petroleum oils.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And Amsoil is available for pretty much any motorized vehicle, anything from lawn equipment, cars, trucks, boats, ATVs, motorcycles, snowmobiles.
Yep. And a lot of people phone me up and say, well, what's the benefit of our gear lube? Exactly what I told you about the engine oil. It pours in cold weather, it runs cooler, makes the equipment last longer. And they say, well, what's the benefit of the small engine? Same thing. Makes the engine run cooler, last longer, better performance. So it saves on all the applications that Amsoil has available.
Wonderful, wonderful. So yeah, let's talk now. Hopefully this has convinced people to think about maybe joining us in the Amsoil experience. Let's talk about some of the discounts and free shipping and how that all happens. I'm going to pop a graphic on the screen. And yeah, by all means, if you want to talk people through how this preferred customer program works.
Amsoil has a number of different programs. One of our main ones is a catalog customer, where somebody can order directly out of our catalog. If they order out of the catalog, they order $100 worth, Amsoil will ship it right to their house. But our best program is our preferred customer. For only $10 for 6 months, you become a preferred customer, you save 25% on all the product. You order $100 worth, they're going to give you free shipping. You don't have to order a whole case. You can mix and match. Say you want 4 bottles of small engine, 7 bottles of 5W30, and a couple of gear loops. You can mix and match. You can order 1 bottle at a time if you want. There's no minimums, no maximums. By being a preferred customer, you save over 25% on all the products you're going to buy. Amsoil sends you extra gifts, $5 gift certificate on your birthday, $5 when you renew your account, and stuff like that. So it's a good way to save on some of the products you want to buy.
For sure. Yeah, it's an incredible value. And this is the deepest level of discount that anyone can get when ordering Amsoil. Is that correct?
It is.
Wonderful. So let's take people through the step-by-step experience of placing an Amsoil order. Then that would include signing up for the preferred customer preferred customer program, so they can receive those deepest levels of discount. So let's go to the website. This is what the website's going to look like. These are some screenshots. Once you go to amsoil.com, there's a link in the description, or you can just type that into a browser, amsoil.com. This is the page you land on. At the upper corner of the page there, you see how I've circled in red. That is the link to click, the Join Now link. That will take you to the Preferred Customer Program page, where you can take advantage of all these discounts and free shipping and everything that we've just been talking about. This is what that page looks like. In the lower right, you're going to click Join Now. This will pop up. You select the duration you'd like, whether it's 6 months or 12 months, and click Add to Cart. Now, once this pop-up goes away, you'll be back on the main page. And the upper left, you'll see where I've got that red arrow. It says Shop. Now you can start shopping for products, and on your very first order, you're going to get these discounts and the free shipping as long as it's over $100. You'll get all of these benefits right away. So once you click Shop, it's going to take you to the product page. There's different types of oils, lubricants, so on and so forth. For the benefit of this exercise we're doing now, I'm just going to click motor oil. It shows different types of motor oil. Let's click gasoline. Now this takes us to an item. It's their synthetic motor oil. And you can see the item there, and there's choices for different viscosities. But take a look at the price. Let's take a closer look. Let's zoom in. But if you've joined the Preferred Customer Program first, you're going to automatically get the deepest levels of discount. That's what we're looking at here. You're saving $3.80 on that quart of oil. Instead of paying $16.29, you're now paying $12.49 for that quart of oil. That is the deepest level of discount you can possibly get. And then you just add the quantity that you'd like. You select any other items that you're thinking about, add them to the cart. And once you click Add to Cart for the final time, you're going to see this come up at the top of the screen. It's going to show your items and your the total that you're at so far. Pardon me. And then you just click View Cart in the upper right, and that'll take you to your cart. Take a close look here at the upper right. That blue box shows that you're getting free shipping. You're eligible for free shipping on this order because it's over $100. That little yellow box shows that you've got the Preferred Customer Membership on your order that gives you the deepest levels of discounts for the next 6 to 12 months. And then below that, you've got the items that have been selected. For the exercise here, I selected 9 quarts of the Signature Series, but that brings us up over $100 for the free shipping. We're saving $34.20. And if you're ready to finish, you click Checkout Now, and that takes you to this screen here. If you haven't signed up with an Amsoil account at this point, just click in the lower right to create an account, create a new account. It's going to ask you for some basic information, name and those types of things. Now let's take a closer look. You'll see this gray shaded box. This is a very important box. This is going to ask you if someone has referred you to Amsoil. And if so, please enter my name. My name is Mike LaPierre. It's spelled right there on the screen for the correct spelling. And also the referral number, 304-555-94. That's how you make sure that Rob and I get credit for this. Now, in the interest of full disclosure, I have signed up for Amsoil under Rob. So when you order using this referral number, Rob and I both benefit. So if you enjoy these podcasts that we're doing, this is a wonderful way to support the podcast, because when you order using this referral number, Rob and I both benefit. And the commissions I make go directly toward offsetting the cost of doing these podcasts. So I thank you in advance for that, for using my referral number. I very much appreciate it. And once you've done that, you just go into the next screen to enter your payment information, and you're done. Now, once you've placed your order that's over $100, and that order includes your Amsoil Preferred Customer Program, you are now eligible to get a free DVD from myself. Now, this is going to be either a muscle car DVD or a vintage snowmobile DVD. Use the email address on the screen, wkspodcasts@gmail.com. Send me an email. Let me know which DVD you would like me to send you, the muscle car or the vintage snowmobile DVD, and I'll get that right out to you. As you're typing in that email, in the subject line, be sure and type in capital letters, free DVD requests, so it stands out as I'm checking my email, and we'll get that right out to you. So I guess the last thing, Rob, that we wanted to talk about is if someone is considering Amsoil as a business opportunity.
Yes. If anybody has a retail or a commercial account and they would like to buy directly from Amsoil, just send Mike a line. He'll show you how to set up, and you can buy directly from Amsoil. But if you are interested in starting your own part-time business, a part-time business that can grow into a full-time income, Mike and I will show you the Amsoil marketing plan. Amsoil has a large selection of products that cover almost every application. So it doesn't matter if you're into snowmobile, boating, or ATVing, or hot rods. We have an oil for every application. It's a fun type business that's I really enjoy doing. Where else can I go and have fun and make money doing it? And Mike and I are here to help you all the way along. If you need any help on how to promote or to find new accounts, we're here to help you.
For sure. So when you sign up under that number, this 304-555-94, you're getting Rob and I as a team. Now, Rob has been doing Amsoil for 40 years. Can you believe that? 40 years. So he knows every aspect of this business, and he knows all of the ins and outs of the products. So he'll be able to help you with any kind of product questions or any kind of questions to show you the different business models that you can do with Amsoil. And then the other thing that you get when you sign up under me is I've got a strong background in social media. So if you need some coaching on how to generate Amsoil leads using Facebook and YouTube, I'm happy to coach you with that when you sign up under Rob and I. You get both of us as a team to help you, to coach you, to support you, whatever you need to get you off and running with this business and having fun with it. Like Rob said, it's an enormous amount of fun. If you're like Rob and I and you enjoy going to any kind of boat shows, car shows, motorcycle shows, snowmobile shows, anything with a motor, you like going to those shows, those events, those races, this is a great way to turn that into a income opportunity for you.
Yes. And just by wearing my Amsoil hat at one of these events, people come up and ask me about Amsoil. People don't know where to buy it, and I'm there to help them, show them where they can buy the product. Perfect.
Well, cool. Well, this is great. Any final thoughts, Rob, before we wrap it up?
Amsoil's a fun business. Amsoil's been around since 1968. It was the first synthetic oil to be AI approved.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And that's very early in the game too, isn't it?
Yes.
For sure. Well, good. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for viewing. Hopefully, we've gotten you excited as we are about the Amsoil products. We'd love it if you could join us either as someone who uses the Amsoil products or to join the Amsoil team as a business opportunity. And we thank you so much for viewing. Have a great day.
You have a good day.